SAPC_CPI_2506 exam practice questions with explanations are available in the video for you to study. You want to publish a new API product to the API Business Hub Enterprise in SAP Integration Suite. What is the minimum requirement? A. At least 2 deployed API providers. B. At least 1 deployed API proxy. C. At least 1 deployed API provider. D. At least 2 deployed API proxies. The answer is B. An API provider connects to the backend system, but to publish an API product to API Business Hub Enterprise, you must have at least 1 deployed API proxy. The proxy acts as the managed endpoint that exposes the backend API securely through API management. In SAP API management, during the initial configuration step, which part of the proxy URL is defined? A. Name of the API management. B. Service name. C. Version. D. Virtual host. The answer is D. In API management, the virtual host is defined in the initial configuration step. It determines the base domain of the API proxy URL, e.g., https:/// closing parenthesis. Other parts like service name and version are defined later during proxy or product setup. In the API management capability of SAP Integration Suite, what is a key characteristic of a product? A. It encapsulates the API provider. B. It is a separate artifact and is required for basic authentication. C. It is deployed as a separate artifact on the API Business Hub Enterprise. The answer is C. In SAP API management, a product groups one or more APIs into a package that can be published on the API Business Hub Enterprise. This allows developers to discover, subscribe, and consume APIs. Products are independent artifacts and not tied to authentication mechanisms or API providers directly. In SAP Cloud Integration, based on Apache Camel, what elements make up the messaging model of the Apache Camel data model? A. Header, exchange ID, in message. B. Header, body, attachment. C. Header, body, properties. D. Header, properties, attachment. The answer is C. Apache Camel's messaging model represents a message with 3 main parts. Header right pointing arrow metadata about the message, e.g., content type, routing info. Body right pointing arrow the actual payload, business data. Properties right pointing arrow scoped data for message exchange, similar to headers but available across the entire exchange, not just the message. Attachments are not part of Camel's core model, they are specific to some adapters. In an integration flow, iFlow, within SAP Cloud Integration, which format can you use for an XSLT mapping? A. HTML. B. JSON. C. PHP. D. XML. The answer is D. XSLT, Extensible Stylesheet Language Transformations, is specifically designed for transforming XML documents. In iFlows, XSLT mapping is used when the source and target structures are XML-based. JSON or other formats would require different mapping types, like JSON to JSON or message mapping. In SAP Cloud Integration, where can you configure a static payload? Choose 2. A. In a data store operation component. B. In a content modifier component of the message body tab. C. In a content modifier component of the message header tab. D. In a Groovy script. The answer is AB. Content modifier, message body tab, lets you directly set or replace the message body with a static payload, e.g., fixed XML or JSON. Groovy script. You can hardcode and inject a static payload into the message programmatically. Message header tab is only for setting headers, not payloads. Data store operation is used to store, retrieve messages, not to define static content. Which of the following capabilities within SAP Integration Suite are core for integration? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. A. Integration Advisor. B. Open Connectors. C. Integration Assessment. D. Cloud Integration. E. API Management. The answer is BDE. Core integration capabilities are those directly used to connect, integrate, and expose applications. Cloud integration. For building and running integration flows, iFlows. API management. To expose and manage APIs securely. Open connectors. Pre-built connectors to simplify integration with non-SAP applications. Supporting tools like Integration Advisor and Integration Assessment help design, recommend, or analyze integrations but are not core integration runtime capabilities. Why does the API management capability in SAP Integration Suite require API providers? A. To incorporate APIs from source systems. B. To create APIs. C. To create authenticated API instances. The answer is A. An API provider connects the backend or source system APIs to SAP API management. It acts as a bridge so that APIs from various systems can be imported, managed, and exposed via API proxies. API providers do not create APIs themselves. They just link existing APIs. What does the open integration principle of SAP Integration Suite mean? A. SAP Integration Suite allows SAP to SAP integrations. B. SAP Integration Suite by default supports integrations to other SAP software. C. SAP Integration Suite by default supports third-party software integration. The answer is C. The open integration principle emphasizes that SAP Integration Suite is not limited to SAP products. It supports hybrid and heterogeneous landscapes, enabling integration with third-party applications, cloud services, and on-premise systems. SAP to SAP integration is supported but is not the focus of this principle. In SAP Cloud Integration, When using a data store operation of type write, which parameter should you select to avoid duplicate entries? A. Overwrite existing message. B. Retention threshold for alerting. C. Include message headers. D. Encrypted stored message. The answer is A. The overwrite existing message option ensures that if a message with the same data store key already exists, it will be replaced instead of creating a duplicate. Retention threshold for alerting right pointing arrow only controls alerts, not duplicates. Include message headers right pointing arrow affects what data is stored, not duplication. Encrypted stored message right pointing arrow only secures the message, not duplication.